The Global Peace Christian Center, GPCC, welcomes you to a life-changing experience as you listen to God's anointed servant, Pastor Henry AMPOMAH-BOATEng, the head pastor of Global Peace Christian Center, as he teaches you God's word that will change you, challenge you to a deeper obedience.
There are a lot of Christians, and the devil still have hold upon you because you still have some elements of the enemy in you.
Build up your faith and bring you closer to God.
When you die and you don't die in the Lord, the Bible says you are dead indeed.
Treasures beyond measure with Pastor Henry AMPOMAH-BOATEng. Now, the continuation of last week's message.
This morning, I came here to tell you that dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. I said what? Dry bones what? Can live. What did I say? Dry bones can live. What did I say? Dry bones can live. Clap for Jesus. Whatever God has spoken into your life, it is possible. Don't look at the situation. Don't look at it. They say that these ones are dry bones. All hope is what? Lost. I'm cut off. It will not work. It doesn't matter. Your age doesn't matter. Because when God is dealing with you, He is God. Your age for Him, it doesn't matter. When God was dealing with Abraham and Sarah, for God, age did not matter. You know, Abraham had the promised son when he was 100 years. So God gave him additional 75 years. He is God. So Sarah was about 90. And if you look at it carefully, critically, God gave Sarah another 38 years. And for 38 years to live to see your son go, is it not enough? Sure. So that's God for you. That is God for you. So understand this morning, the message I have for you. Yesterday, my wife asked me, you know, also for me, you don't know, later soon, you asked me, have you prepared Sunday's message? I said, Mama, you know, last time somebody was sitting before me and my wife. I said, you know, our wives, they behave just like our mothers. Even though they are our wives, they are sometimes they make us feel like we are children and they are our mothers. But it's not true. Yes. So she asked me, have you prepared Sunday's message? I said, Mommy, the message has not come. You know, I cannot preach when I don't have anything to say. So God has not dropped the message. And that was yesterday. I said, look, I can't preach when I don't have any message for people. So I'm still with. Sometimes he gives the message very early. Sometimes he gives the message late. But I've discovered that when he gives me the message late, he knows that I am ready to preach that message already. He gives me the message early when I have to do a lot of reading, a lot of research. So when he delays, you see that when the message comes, it's like, oh, you don't need to do a lot of research. Because you yourself, you know that dry bones can live. Clap for Jesus. So he says, I must tell you that and remind you that dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. Whatever God promised you and you think that time is far gone and it's not coming, it's not possible. I don't know whether I must believe God. So God, must I pray to you or not? This same God that I talk about, is he a true God or I don't understand? He says, I should tell you this morning that dry bones can live. Clap for Jesus. So age doesn't matter. Whatever it is, if it is childlessness, if it is marriage, it is joblessness, that you are seriously in debt, that you have lost everything, that you are in a bad relationship, that as for you is only disappointment that you meet every time, that you are always failing, that you are always frustrated, and you are always worried, always troubled, full of troubles, no peace, infirmities, pain, suffering. It has an end. It has an end. Because there can be a restoration. 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 Dry bones can live. Come on, Jesus. Dry bones can live. Clap for Jesus. Now, in Matthew chapter 8, from verse 5 to 13, Matthew chapter 8. Now, let me just read briefly. Matthew chapter 8. Yeah, from verse 5. When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly. Jesus said to him, shall I come and heal him? The centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servants, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed, and said to those following him, truly, I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west and will take their places at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the subjects of the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said to the centurion, go, let it be done just as you believed it would. And the servant was healed at that moment. Clap for Jesus. This Roman centurion, which means that he was a soldier who had about 100 soldiers under him. He himself was a centurion. He was a soldier, a military officer. He had about 100 soldiers under him. He was also under somebody. And the servant, that he was very hardworking. This one was paralyzed. And was not just paralyzed, but he was suffering, in pain, seriously in pain. And sometimes you know that it's not every paralysis that the doctors can cure. Not all the paralysis that the doctors can cure. And this is a wealthy man. And he loved his servants. So he heard that Jesus was around. So he approached him and said, Lord, my servant is at home, paralyzed and suffering. Jesus says, so must I come with you to heal him? He said, no. You don't need to come. You don't need to come with me. I don't even deserve you to come under my roof. The man himself knew that he was not worthy for Jesus. He considered himself as filthy, as a sinner. And Jesus Christ was so holy. He said, no, I don't deserve to have you come under my roof. You just speak the word and it shall be. Listen to him. Oh. This is not a prophet. Oh. Compare him to Ezekiel. When the Lord asked Ezekiel, he said, only you know. Now, this man is a Gentile. The Jews will say he's a Gentile. He's not a prophet. He said, my servant is at home, paralyzed and suffering. Just say, oh, so must I come with you to heal? He said, no, I don't deserve to have you under my roof. Just speak the word and it shall be. Look at me. I am a soldier, an army officer. I have soldiers under me. I'm also under somebody. Those under me, when I say, look, go and do this one, they have to do it. Do this, they do it. I can stay in Accra and give a command in Tamale. They'll do it. I can stay in Kumasi and give a command in Accra. They have to obey those who are under me. So just speak the word and it shall be. Can you imagine? This is not a prophet. So compare this man to Ezekiel. That God asked the question, say, only you know. So Jesus Christ was very much surprised. He said, what? I have not experienced anybody with such marvelous faith in the whole of Israel. How? You are not a Jew. You are just a Gentile, a Roman officer. See the kind of faith he has. Even my apostles don't have this faith. They don't have it. You look at Peter, look at John. What? Listen to this man. He said, hey, my friend, go. Just as you believed, it shall be. And the Bible said, his servant got healed. Love of Jesus. This Roman soldier believed that with God, dry bones can live. He believed that with God, dry bones can live. And if you believe that with God, dry bones can live, all your dry bones will come to life this year. All your dry bones will come to life this year. Otherwise, God ceases to be God. He ceases to be God. Everything that God ever promised you. Everything. He says that you are human beings. Wicked as you are, you know how to give good gifts to your children. That if your child should ask you, Daddy, I want bread, you never give him a stone. Daddy, I want fish. You never give me a snake. So what do you think about me? Why do you think when you ask me of bread, I'll give you a stone? Or when you ask me of fish, I'll give you what? A snake. When you yourself, you know how to give good gifts to your children. So he said, ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened unto you. You know something? There was a little boy, small boy, when he was very tender, like a year old. He would cry in his house and tell his mother, disturb the parents that he wants to come and sleep in my house. I was not married at that time. So I told you that little children like me. So this boy will cry, and the parents will have to release him to me. So he will spend the night with me. Like that, going up 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, he was like always coming to sleep in my house. So that was those days when the Lord has started visiting me. One day, when the Holy Ghost came to me, this one boy in the vision that I saw, the boy was like 2 years old. And the Holy Ghost was just dancing before the small boy. He was trying to walk. I mean, it's like when the children started walking. Then he told me that it will get to a point when this boy's parents cannot take care of him. So when that time comes, I should pay his school fees. So I was waiting for that moment when I can pay the boy's school fees. Not knowing when the boy was in SSS, he was facing that problem. But he couldn't ask me. And I was ready because I was waiting. I knew that God had said it, so it will happen. So I was just waiting for it to happen. Then I was just be paying his school fees. So the boy also, because his father was alive at that time, his mother was alive, he also couldn't come and tell me that my parents couldn't pay my fees. Meanwhile, I was waiting for that moment so that I can pay the fees. So the boy never told me until he finished SS, and then he told me, so what? Why did you tell me? So I asked him to come and work for me to prepare him to take his exams again. Now he's gone to the UK. Now, why am I saying this? The Bible says, ask, and it shall be what? So I was ready to give it to him, but he never asked. Do you see the problem? Listen carefully. Because I had pre-knowledge when he was a child, when he was like 1.5 to 2 years, the Lord told me that it will happen to this boy. It will get to a point, his parents cannot pay his fees. So when that time comes, I must pay the fees. So I was ready. Because I had information long ago. 1 year, 2 years, I was told. But SSS was facing the same problem. This boy never asked me. He never told me. But I was always ready to help. But he never asked. And how will I know? Do you understand? And I was ready to give him more. But he never asked. So the Bible said that, ask. So God knows your problem already. But if you don't ask, you will never receive. Someone will say, God, but you must know. God, you must know. No. So that's why the Bible says, ask. Ask. And it's like what? He will give you unto you. Seek. Seek. And you will find. So the fact that God has given you this, He has said this in your life, doesn't mean that. No. Ask, seek, knock. Ask, and it shall be what? Given unto you. Seek, and you shall what? Find. Knock, and the door shall be what? Open unto you. Because you know that that's what God has said. But it's not coming. Keep on knocking, and knocking, and knocking, and knocking, and knocking, and knocking until you receive it. Because you must not stop knocking, because you know God says this will happen. So as long as it's not happening, you don't have to stop knocking. God says this will happen. As long as that's not happening, you don't have to stop seeking. You have to penetrate. That's why I always define breakthrough as what? Penetrating the enemy's defensive position. I am assuming that there are some structures obstructing you and your breakthrough. So you need to what? Penetrate the enemy's defensive position. You cannot stay here. Because the Lord said you must be here. Give me some 5 strong men. Give me some 5 strong men. 5 strong men. Here. 5 strong men. Please, quick. Yes. Yes. Line up here and come and hold hands. And give me a very slim lady. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm on one more person. A very slim lady. I said 5 strong men and 1 slim lady. 1 slim lady. Okay, my sister, come. You come. My sister, you. You are very good. Now, you see, God has said that you get here. Because if you don't get here, you don't get your husband. So that, you know, when that husband comes, finally, because of your husband, everybody will respect you. Because he's a big man. And he's somebody who's respected in the society. And you don't know that person. That person may come not like that. But that's how he'll be. Maybe in future, he becomes the vice president, but you don't know. Now, when that man comes, because people respect him, whether they respect or not, they have to respect you because of him. And when the man comes, even though you always stay in a single house with your parents, that man, they will give you a very big house. So you also stay in that big house. That man has so many cars, so you also drive a very car. So as long as you are here, you never meet him. And you meet the man there. And the Lord has said, surely the man that you marry will lead you into all these things. But when you are here, you will not meet him. And you know that you have to meet him when you go there. This is the enemy's defensive position. And they have sworn that you will never cross here. That you remain here. And you never cross this side. So you be what you are. You will never get whatever God has said. These ones, even one of them, you cannot face even one of them. And there are 5. This is what I call the enemy's defensive position. Now, if you're able to break through and come here, then we say you have received a breakthrough. So what does it mean? So penetrating the enemy's defensive position is what I call what? Breakthrough. Master, you see how it is? And these are strong men, strong men. Only if one of them, you can't even match. Now, as long as you know that if you don't get there, the promise will not come to pass. I shall say, say, try and penetrate. Don't allow her. Just try. Try here. You don't succeed. 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 You try again. You don't succeed. You try again. Try again. You don't succeed. Try again. You don't succeed. Try again. You don't succeed. Okay. Now you keep on like that. I feel don't say what bread. I feel them my bread. They be amra. I then me my bread. You say you crowd me wukra me pay. I feel that they be a sin. I say a German sad day. You say quite a me wukra me me my cry. What I didn't know me. My cry now me. I didn't know me. Oh me bless say. Let's say. What we are not there, I say now, which is open club, because I could topum. Or bread. One day, lady bigger than say, Oko UK in first, no. Life was so difficult. She wanted to commit suicide. Oko beach is not person who hit to river, no. I feel just if I jump into this river, somebody will go and marry my husband. And you know, they had 3 children, and he never was not. She never mentioned the names of the children. No. She was not thinking about the children, but the fact that another woman will marry the husband. That's the only thing that saved the woman from jumping. That's the only thing that saved the woman from jumping. No. Because yes, I asked, another lady will marry my husband. Finally, God gave that woman the breakthrough. And she was able to bring the husband, who's an engineer, from here to UK. You see, finally, the same woman who wanted to kill herself, God gave her such a powerful breakthrough. The husband, who's an engineer, he stopped the husband from working in Ghana and relocated in the UK. So you see, now, because God has given you a prophecy, a word of God, that when you get here, whatever you need, you shall receive. You don't have to stop trying to break through. Okay? And you believe that because God has said it, you surely break through. So you try and try and try and try. You never stop. It will get to a point. I weak. Until you say bind. Now go. Until you say, so a man in Sasua, or Bonsama Yeden, in Sabajini. You see, there's the Bible in his time. He makes all things beautiful. Now, you give us Ecclesiastes 3 verse 9. 9, 10, 11. Let's read it. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 9, 10, 11. Okay, what profit has the worker from that in which he labors? Verse 10. I have seen the God-given task with which the sons of men are to be occupied. Now, you give us the NIV. Give us the NIV, please. Give us NIV. We can understand English very well. Listen. I have seen the burden God has laid on men. Listen to this. 10 first. I have seen the burden God has laid on men. So whilst you are here, the burden God has laid upon you is to cross from here to here. But to go, it's not easy. Okay? And it is so burdensome that you even want to commit suicide. So I have seen the burden God has laid on men. Verse 11. Look at verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. You see it? He has made everything beautiful in His time. That's what I want you to understand. Now, please sit down. Now, yesterday, my wife said something. You know, the last 2 weeks, we started some revival. We didn't plan a revival, but everything was on fire. Very nice. And I just announced here that we'll have the games this Saturday. And then the turnout was great. Everything was fine. You know what my wife was saying? He said, hey, some few years back, we didn't have a place to worship. We could only go and worship once a week in a beer bar. In a beer bar, Master. We are in a little bit of cinema. I check up on the over here. We are not your packages. That one man, my little bit of cinema was number. You understand? We're worshiping in a beer bar. Today, look at our situation. See, I mean, when she said, when the people were playing on the field, I said, look, so God can do all these things. And He allowed us to worship in that beer bar for a long time. But you see, that's why the man of God said, I have seen the burden God has laid on men. I have seen the burden God has laid on. But in His time, in God's own time, He makes all things beautiful. So when the time has not come, you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up. As you try to break through, God's time will come. But if you don't attempt to break through, when God's time comes, you're not even ready. You'll still be sleeping, and the time will pass. So as you try and you're failing, you're trying, you're failing. When the time comes, almost something savage, I won't say straight away, then you go through. You see that, for example, when the time came for us to go to TV, only 2 people pay for the whole year. Only 2 people pay for the whole year. And these 2 people who pay for that year take us back to when we were worshiping. At that time, they were not in that position to do that. They were not in the position to do that, 2 of us. They were not. They were not in the position to do that. But when the time came, only 2 people said, oh, let us take it. That is, in His time, He makes what? All things beautiful. So surely, dry bones can live. If at that time, when we're worshiping under in that beer bar, if you take anybody, ask him, so is there going to be a time so soon that God will do all these things? See, only you can see God. This one, only you can see. Like the prophet said, God, this one, only you can see. Me, I don't know. And it's not like from that beer bar, we went somewhere else. From that beer bar, straight to this place. And I told you, when the Lord said to me that I shouldn't bring you people here. For him, He said, I shouldn't bring you people here. I shouldn't bring you here at all until the place is ready. I shouldn't bring you people here. And He gave me 3 years. Don't bring them here. Don't let them see the place until let me copy them. They copy them like one Saturday. Be me see, oh, Master, are they hear me? Because He said that I shouldn't bring anybody here until that 3 years is gone. I should and bring them. I brought them here one Saturday to come and pray. Saturday, Monday, the whole place full of land gas. They say they won't let me continue again. So you see, God knows why. And for 8 months, I couldn't step here because if your worker will come here, they want to kill you. So now I have to pray and beg God. Yes, because He said I shouldn't bring them here at all until 3 years when I finish. Let me copy one and send me be issue. 8 months, land gas took over the place. Say, don't wait, they won't let us come here. And meanwhile, out of the 3 years, 8 months was gone. So can you imagine my position? And I knew that my obedience. He said, don't bring them here. You put them here. And out of the 3 years, 8 months was gone. I hot. So that is why when you are walking with the Lord, obedience is better than sacrifice. He will not explain to you why. He's God. He just gives you an instruction. If you like obey, if you like obey. The instructions are so simple that you take them for granted. You just play with it, you are in trouble. Everybody This is your message. Dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. Dry bones can live. And the dry bones are going to live. The dry bones are what? They are going to live. The dry bones are what? They are going to live. The dry bones are going to live. The dry bones are going to live. There is going to be total restoration. Total restoration. Everything that was supposed to come to you and never came to you is going to come. It is going to come in the same way the Lord said it to be. Your age doesn't matter. Your situation doesn't matter. Your current situation doesn't matter. Whatever you are, where you are born, when you are born, it doesn't matter. Whether you are a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Your age, it doesn't matter. God says dry bones can live. Clap for Jesus. I want us to be on our feet. Just as God commanded the prophet to prophesy unto your dry bones, you are going to prophesy unto your dry bones. Let the choir help me. You're also going to prophesy unto your dry bones. You know your dry bone. So prophesy unto your dry bones. Prophesy unto your dry bones and tell the dry bones that they will live. We have to make it complete. When the Lord spoke to the prophet, he asked him to prophesy unto your dry bones. So if you don't prophesy on the dry bones, we cannot close. Speak unto the dry bone. It is joblessness. Prophesy something good. If it's an infirmity, prophesy healing. Prophesy something.
Every parent out there is looking for a school that will bring up and train their children to become great men and women. And there's only one school that makes this happen: Habby's International School. Habby's International School is a Montessori school that has the best when it comes to training and teaching. We also have ultra-modern facilities that will help in the development of your children. For example, well-equipped ICT center, well-stocked library, and many more. We are enrolling children from creche to JHS. At Habby's International, we don't only care about the academic development of your children, but also their moral development and upbringing in a Christian-oriented environment. Locate Habby's International School at Ablo Ajay, adjacent Global Peace Christian Center, South Abokobi, Accra. Call us now and enroll your children on 0243 162 126 or 0208 180 188. Habby's International School. Knowledge, integrity, and excellence.
Beloved, thank you so much for watching Treasures Beyond Measure. I hope you did enjoy the program. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12, wisdom is shelter, money is shelter. Wisdom is defense, money is defense. But the advantage of wisdom is that wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. Where is this wisdom coming from? Or what is this wisdom that the Bible is talking about? The Bible says the fear of God, that is the beginning of wisdom. Again in Job 28 verse 20 it says, to shun evil, that is understanding. So please give your life to Christ, for Christ to direct your life and grant you wisdom from above. Then you actually know the reason why you are here on earth, and your life shall never be the same again. God bless you. This is Pastor Henry AMPOMAH-BOATENG saying peace, shalom. Until you come away again next week, goodbye.